say no to blow-by. So we're heading into September, which means everyone is going to be in school and daycare, and all the RSV germs are going to start circulating. Everyone will usually get RSV by the time they're 3 years old. Kids do sometimes die from RSV. RSV is bronchial inflammation. So it's not mechanical bronchoconstriction, even though they may be wheezing. So your bronchodilators are going to have a limited effect, if any effect. What these kids need is assistance with the work of breathing, and that means they need flow, and that flow can come from a nasal cannula. And with these little kids, 1 to 4 liters per minute in a nasal cannula can actually be decent flow for them that meets or exceeds the work of breathing. Imagine you have this weird job where you have to carry cash from one bank on one side of the street to another bank on the other side of the street, and you have to make multiple trips, and you have to get a certain monetary value across the street by the end of the day. And you carry this in $1 bills. Let's say you show up one day and you have a sprained ankle and you can barely put weight on it. You're not going to get the dollar value that you're required to get across the street that day. So somebody comes in thinking that they're helping and they switch the $1 bills out for $5 bills. That means you'll have to make less trips, but you'll meet your monetary goal, right? The problem is that you still have that bum ankle. And even though we've increased the value of what you're carrying, you still are failing to do the work to get across the street, to get it there. That's what we're doing with blow-by. We may be increasing the oxygen exchange, the availability of oxygen from the environment with blow-by, but we're not doing anything to fix that mechanical compromise. So you can increase the cash value of the oxygen that these RSV kids are exchanging with the environment by increasing your FiO2. But unless you do something to support the failed mechanics, then they are still headed for failure. And we negotiate with ourselves and come up with weak justifications as to why we're not going to put that nasal cannula on those kids. But let me tell you, as a neonatal and pediatric critical care paramedic, they are going to get over that moment in time where you placed it on them. Almost without exception, they will calm down once the nasal cannula is in place. You go to the ER for both of the hospitals that I serve, and there are no kids on blow-by. We could keep kids at 100% SpO2 with blow-by, and they'll stay there right up until the moment they go into respiratory arrest. Flow is a critical component of managing kids with RSV. It sucks to have to hold a kid down while you're placing the nasal cannula, but this is the job. This is what we signed up for.